and pull. And I can push him first, pull him right into a headbutt. They do this all the time, back and forth. Now, how does this whiplash work? It works on the principle that you can only resist force in one direction at a time, and resistance is futile. He holds this arm out very strong. If I go this way, he couldn't resist in that direction and in this direction with the same energy. Doesn't work. Doesn't work that way. One direction at a time. That's how whiplash works. Now let me show you an example of how this is used in another technique out of the Indonesian system. It won't be used with adhesion. It'll be whiplash by itself. But for those of you that are into grappling arts, it should be something you're familiar with. Let me show you whiplash as an example done in a technique that's found among the grappling systems. It won't use adhesion, but it'll be very large, and you'll be able to see the movements. It's from a guy who's going to give you one of these crushing handshake squeezes. I don't have anybody that big. You don't want to train martial artists that are that big. Why would a little guy like me want to do that? But it's from somebody who's got a very strong grip. Dan? This guy's taking my hand and he's trying to really crush it. A good defense is to just get behind him. To do that, I would have to shove his arm this way, up, and now I'm behind him. I can control him and do what I like. Problem is, he's willing to resist. What I want to do is break down that resistance. So I'm going to do it at speed the first time, then I'll break down for you what we've done. I'm holding onto this arm to keep him from rolling back on me. Dan? What I'm doing is, I'm going to do a slap in this direction. That's going to cause a reaction to go back. He then goes back, allows me to go up. When I'm lifting up, he's going to resist by trying to force down. Then I capitalize on that reaction, pulling him down. The hand rotation here just makes it uncomfortable, and when he goes down, if I don't have this, he can roll around to me and use his legs on me, whatever he wants. But once I maintain this, that prevents him from rolling over. If I twist here, that hurts. Him trying to twist back is going to do the same thing. One more time. Dan? All right. Have a handshake here. I'm going to whip it to the right. He resists. Take it back to the left. Up. He resists. Pull it down. Done at speed. Twist the arm to keep him away. What I want to do, if I want to pull this man, I push. Then I can make the pull. Because as soon as I push, he pushes back. If I wish to push him, I first pull. He resists, then I just feed it back to him. The same would apply for up and down. But this is a large example so that you can see the movement and understand the whiplash concept. What we want to look now is, how do we apply this with our preeminent principle, adhesion? I'm stuck to him, and I still whip him around. Let me show you that. In this technique, which we call monkey slaps, we're going to take it a little bit slower. There are some things you can't do quickly, and what I'm going to do to his head and neck, you wouldn't want to do that to your friend. You might make it as a friend one of these days, Dan. Let me show you how we're going to maintain strategic adhesion and apply whiplash. It becomes very important that I stick to him. Dan? If a man grabs you with his left hand, you've got to worry about him hitting you. That's the real issue. If he grabs me with the right hand, 95% of the population is right-handed. It's intimidation. But here he's going to hit me with that one. What I want to do is I want to take this target and move it out of the way. Simultaneously, I want to start my positioning around him as I start working my way in. I'm going to hit him. Bam! Just like that. My foot is already lining up. I am neutralizing this punch by the placement of this arm. Go ahead and punch with it. That's all I got to do. I can stick my hand out and stop it very easily. Slapping him here, and I want to hit him in the neck and the face. Again, we talked about this before. I want to have all of my fingers, full surface area, hitting here. Dropping down. Now I'm going to use tactical adhesion again. I'm going to drive this to here. I'm going to hit that special spot that's going to kill him in 50 years from cancer. I'm going to drive this down. 1, 2. The same time I do, I pull his face right into the shoulder. I'm going to step forward, and this is the start of the whip. Direction 1, direction 2. Now as he reacts to bring his face back to here, come smashing in with the elbow. Let me show you from the other side. Man grab, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I go any faster than that, he won't like what's going to happen to his neck. Notice the strategic adhesion. I'm stuck to him here. I'm stuck to him here. When I hit him, see this arm back here? It's not up above his shoulder. That would allow him to spin out. Dan, please, over here. From this side, he's grabbed, I hit, shoot, push, pull. This arm keeps him from spinning. If I'm up here, he spins out, and he's free. If I've got him down here, now this arm keeps him pinned. Any movement he tries to make, I apply my knee to. Then I can apply other gruesome things. 1, 2. Pull him into the shoulder. Step behind him as this pushes. Now when I do the windshield wiper here, too many people do this. That's forced. That's not creating a reaction. That's manipulating him around, and he can resist that. If your hands are this way, they're in the wrong position. They both need to be up, like dual windshield wipers. Taking the pizza dust off your hand. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now let me show you how you would do that if you're doing it against a taller opponent. I'm going to use Gus this time to demonstrate monkey slaps. He's going to simulate a taller opponent. I'm going to get a little shorter on him. A couple things you want to remember. When I do the strike, I block, not really by directly blocking, but by striking. That becomes the most important element. If you're working with sticks, for example, you practice hitting the other guy's sticks, but you're really not practicing to block. You're practicing to strike. Stick moves much too fast.
I'm here now. I can do it. If she throws a right here, I can come in, I can go into here, just to make it more practical. So I do a hacksaw into there. If I'm in locker 1, first rule of leg work is that once I make contact, I have to exploit it. But if I come in locker 1 and maybe I touch or whatever, I can always roll to the outside. As she resists, I open, pop, and I grab the other leg. So I can come in here, boom, don't make contact. If you do, I'm going to roll it, pop, and grab. Very easy. Or I can do this. I come in here. Now I'm on the outside, or I'm on the inside. I can roll it here. As she resists, she comes the other way. I can go down to here, and then I can just genuflex, seat all the way. It's the application. So I can come in here, boom, into here, roll, pop, and then just seat down in there. The drill that we can do is, I can just come down to here. As she rolls, resists, I can go on the outside, then I can go on the inside, I can roll as she resists, then I roll it on the outside, and vice versa. I do one roll here. So I come into here, mark for 1, I roll into here, and I roll here.